Hey guys, Charles Henson here with SIREN Security. Thank you so much for downloading the free report. I just wanted to walk through a few things on here that you need to be looking for and looking at specifically. I know there's a lot of information in here and it takes a little while to read through. So I just wanted to kind of give you a high level overview. So the 9 things that you need for the FTC safeguard rules are fully in here. It tells you exactly what you need to do. The first bit here is about me, the author, who I am, over 30 years of experience in the IT world, owning an MSP, running one, and running security for businesses through the years. And we talk a little bit about SIREN Security, what we do to help you get into compliance with the FTC rules, and then the penalties and the fines that come along with not doing anything at all. And most people think, well, I have an IT person, I don't need to worry about the FTC safeguards. And I would just want to say that security from your managed service provider, your IT admin, is not compliance. And compliance, being compliant with FTC safeguards, don't keep you secure. They go hand in hand. It's like having a car and car insurance. You need both. You can't have one or the other. You can buy a car from one person, but you need to have insurance through the other. So the first thing in the element is to designate a responsible person or team. That can be somebody on your team. You can hire somebody to come in. VCSOs are expensive to have on your payroll. So you could definitely bring somebody in to handle this for you, or you can have it done by a third party outside company, which is what we do and what we recommend. We still will need to work with somebody on your team to ensure that your firm is compliant with the FTC safeguards, and give us some feedback and information, making sure these templates are filled out and that you have processes in place. Assessing the risk, we will do a risk assessment. We'll actually run vulnerability scans on your systems and tell you how you're storing data, if it's encrypted, if they're not encrypted, are you using two-factor authentication, things of that nature. So then the third part is to develop a safeguards program. So we take everything from the risk assessment and we lay it out in layman's terms and just say, this is what the steps are that you need to do to be compliant. The other thing that we do is we ensure that you are training your employees and keeping them up to date on the latest threats, as well as the links not to click on, things of that nature. And then we will actually oversee the service providers. So if you have an IT company that's taking care of your IT, we will look at them and make sure that they too may fit the compliance, because they have full access to your systems. They have full access to your backups. They're probably sending that data offsite. And we want to make sure that somebody's doing the checks and balances and keeping them accountable to what they're doing for your firm. We're not looking to come in and replace them as the IT. We're looking to come in and complement them and make sure that they have given you all the tools that you need to be safe and secure. And then adjusting the program based on changes. So as we make changes, there is a point in time that we'll start. We'll say, here's the vulnerability assessment, here's the scans, here's the things that we need to put into play. And then once those things start taking action, we'll run another vulnerability assessment. And then a quarter later, we'll run another. And what we're doing is we're making snapshots in time to show the FTC that you're actually becoming compliant. You're not going to be compliant in a day, a week, a month, 3 months. And this is ongoing. It's perpetual. It's something that you have to do ongoing to ensure that as you hire new employees, bring on new clients, replace your servers, workstations, that those devices, those people are all following along with the protocols that are set in place by the FTC safeguards that we will help you implement, and continuously make sure that you are staying ahead of the curve, making sure that you are staying compliant. And this is regularly monitoring, testing the programs, making sure tabletop exercises to make sure that we're documenting who's going to respond to what, when an event happens. If you were to have an event, who's going to call the insurance company, who's going to call the attorney, who's going to handle the press, who's going to be talking to the employees, making sure the employees aren't saying something they shouldn't to your clients, and just putting everything into play. So that's a half a day tabletop exercise that we go through with you to just make sure that you have everything, and then documenting those actions, having 100% of your documents that this is the policy when an employee comes in and we onboard them, to here's when a guest comes in, making sure that they don't have access to the Wi-Fi, giving them access to something they shouldn't need, knowing who's walking through your office. So a sign in, sign out sheet, things of that nature, so that you can make sure that somebody doesn't walk out of your business with a physical piece of information that could compromise one of your clients. So again, we're going to bring all this together. We're going to make it easy for you. It's compliance as a service. We come in, we work with one of your team members, we work with your managed service provider or your IT admin, and we make sure that we do these things. And then further on down into this document, we'll explain, what they're doing with this data, lost revenue, as far as like what they're doing with this, as far as legal fees, the cost that you would have incurred for all of your clients. Should you have an incident and their information is leaked, then you have to apply, you have to give them protection, making sure you're monitoring their credit, things of that nature. And then we just talked through this, all the different things that could happen within an organization if you are not compliant, what the hackers actually do with this information. And there's a lot of information in this. So read through it. If you have any questions whatsoever, click the calendar link. I'd love to set up a call with you. Make sure that you are compliant with FTC. It's no obligation. Just pick up the phone, call us, set a 10-minute schedule. We'll walk you through what we do, how we do it, why we're doing it. And we could even set you up with a vulnerability assessment so that you know exactly what it is, the road ahead that you have to tackle and how to become compliant moving forward. I hope that helps you. And if you have any questions about this document or need anything at all, feel free to reach out to me. It's charles.henson@siren.security. charles.henson@siren.security. And we'd love to hear from you.